the Yeller. There was this guy. He was known as the Yeller. That's what I always called him, the Yeller, because he yelled a lot. He yelled a lot, so I called him the Yeller. And I remember he was this was a long time ago. He was uh this was a long time ago. I used to have a neighbor. I used to have a neighbor. There was a woman with a kid, and the woman's boyfriend was known as the Yeller because he was always yelling at the kid. He was. I mean, I don't think he was trying to be mean, but he was just trying to be. He was trying to be firm and disciplined. But he was always he yelled a lot. But mostly he was a nice guy when he wasn't yelling. But he yelled a lot. But and just a few days ago he died. But this was a long time ago when the Yeller was around. This was years ago. He was I remember so he was always yelling at the kid that and he was always yelling at the kid and he was always saying, talking about everything, how the kid ruined stuff because the kid liked to break things a lot. He did. The kid was always breaking things, and the Yeller would yell at him because he broke stuff. And you could always hear him yelling. I was always hearing him yell at the kid, saying, "How come you broke this, man? Man, how come you broke this? You shouldn't be abusing stuff like this because you're just gonna break." I remember he was always lecturing the kid. Like the kid would break something, and then he would try to put it back together with Elmer's glue. And you could hear the Yeller saying, "Elmer's glue don't work on that shit, man." I remember him saying that. And I remember one time I overheard him telling he was because the apparently the kid ruined some books. There was some book or something that the kid had, and he left it outside, and it got waterlogged by the rain. So after that, it was screaming. So anyway, I don't know what that noise is over there, but anyway, so the books got waterlogged and ruined. And one time I overheard the Yeller saying, "Man," he was talking to the kid. He says, "Man, these books are ruined. You know why they're ruined, man? Because nobody gave a shit about them." So really, he didn't really yell. He was really more like lecturing him. He wasn't really yelling. He was really just lecturing the kid about his books getting ruined. "These books are ruined, man. These books are totally ruined. You know why they're ruined? 'Cause nobody gave a shit about them, man." He said that. He really did. They were ruined. They were ruined. So he was mad because the books got ruined. And he used the magic word. And one time the kid had some toy, and it was like I don't remember what kind of toy it was, but he ruined all the parts. It was a brand new toy that he had just gotten, and it was like a big toy too. And he had ruined all the parts for it somehow, because I don't know what he did, but there was one time the Yeller was there. Well, the woman that was the Yeller's girlfriend, she was at work, but for some reason the Yeller was at the woman's home with the kid, and I could hear the Yeller lecturing the kid about breaking all the parts of the toys, and finally you could hear him calling the woman on the phone saying, "He has got Oh, every part of this toy is ruined now. Every damn one of them. I don't believe it. He's ruined all of them. They're all ruined. It's brand new and he's already got every single part ruined. And I remember him saying that. And then I remember one time I hear something crash down the steps. I hear a big crash of something tumbling down the steps. And then I hear the yeller yelling at the kid, "What'd you do that for, man?" Because apparently the kid threw some toy down the steps and broke it. And then the yeller got mad. But now I'm not sure. I don't think the yeller. I think the yeller probably had good intentions. But he was a product of a different time, a different era. So I don't think he would intentionally do anything that would make the world a worse place. But I remember always hearing him. I was always hearing him yelling, and occasionally when he wasn't yelling, you could always hear him whistling the theme to The Simpsons. That was another thing he did. Sometimes I could overhear him whistling the theme to The Simpsons. And even years later, after those neighbors were gone, there's a couple times I saw the yeller. Like, I think I saw him at the bank a couple of times. I think I may have even seen him at the supermarket once. But I know I saw him at the bank at least once. The yeller was at the bank. And that time he didn't yell, though. He just says, "Oh, hi, Tim." But he didn't yell, though, at the bank. But now he's gone. But he was he could be really entertaining sometimes. But the way he would just he would lecture the kid about wasting money, because there was one time the kid kept pestering him to go across the street and buy a pack of bubble gum. But he wouldn't do it because bubblegum is very costly in these parts. And it's a waste of money to just go around buying bubblegum all the time. Because bubblegum doesn't have much nutritional value. Even though you can bubble with it. You usually can't bubble with foods that are actually nutritious. So that's the story of the yeller.